Hello everybody, welcome back to part 7 of Brigmore Witches, hopefully the last part. Last time we managed to find a way inside Brigmore Manor. And
I thought the flooded district was run down.
Doggy. Okay, let's see what's up there. Nobody, that's a good thing. Corrupted charm, leverage. Pull power, distance and speed are increased, mana cost for pull power is increased. Yeah, don't have it, so... I need to find a way to passively take her down. That sounded pretty loud. Oh, there she is. We're gonna risk unequipping it. Oh damn. This is an elaborate trap.
Emily Kaldwin.
Huh. That's pretty good. Pretty good, it's good. Though a few too many random scribbles to my taste. And why are you glowing?
So Delilah wants to use Emily to become Empress.
Mission clue added. Lantern is apparently used to open a gate through one of Delilah's paintings. Okay. The West Wing. I don't trust it, there's too much noise. Probably should have made a new save file though. So statuesque, my best friend in this game. I have no clue why I'm still collecting coins. I only have 3 left. Maybe I can get the dog to pass me by without noticing me.
Evie, I'm glad I found you. Is the painting of the void sealed?
Yes. I put the lamp back in Our Lady's studio. It'll be ready when she calls.
But I don't think Delilah will return this way. When she calls us, it will be to Dunwall Tower.
Probably true.
Evie, may I confess something to you? Promise not to tell the others.
Of course. You can always confide in me.
Lies.
When I was in the studio, I painted the mark on my hand, just to see. It was foolish, I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Never be ashamed of your ambition.
Oh.
It's why she
Need to go down.
you.
Thank you. Your words are always exactly what I need, Evie. If only my birth sisters had been more like you.
Well, if they had, they'd still be alive, wouldn't they?
Oh, damn it. That's 3 dogs. Luckily for me. I have 3 of them. I'm really hoping I don't encounter any more dogs now. Because then I'm screwed.
Yes, of course, my love.
The portrait of the
I
heir
don't
is
like that
pristine.
sound.
I wish you could have seen the brilliant colors. The brush is magnificent. Our Lady is a genius. Timsh's portrait was only the beginning. Someone a big mesmerism. I'll watch for our enemy. Delilah will extinguish the girl's spirit and inhabit her.
What?
Help me! A stranger!
Oh, great! She was standing right behind me. Ah, damn it. Well, I think that's the first load of this level. Maybe a second one, I'm not certain. And this is why you turn around every single time. Damn it.
The portrait of the heir is pristine. I wish you could have seen the brilliant colors. The brushwork is magnificent. Our Lady is a genius. Timsh's portrait was only the beginning. A vague mesmerism. But with Emily, Delilah will extinguish the girl's spirit and inhabit her completely. She mentioned me. Oh,
There's little chance of that.
Gonna save again because I don't want to do that entire piece. I would have been noticed if I hadn't gone looked left.
She has no business. Delilah was raised in Dunwall Tower, don't forget. And besides, the Lord Regent
Booty.
doesn't have a chance. Without the Boyle sisters.
Okay, I worked in my studio until late last night and completed the painting of Emily. When Daud kidnapped her, I was terrified that he might already know what I was planning, but it seems I overestimated him. He turned her over to the conspirators. What a fool. Once young Emily assumes the throne, I'll always be looking out of those lovely brown eyes. So she's gonna take over Emily's body. Why so many whooshes? Don't trust this. Why so many whooshes?
Will you join us for a swim later?
I wish I knew.
Really hoping nothing spawns in front of me. I heard someone speaking downstairs, so...
That I cannot be at
There they are.
Delilah's side during the final moments of the ritual. She's alone. What if something goes wrong?
Gonna try something, but in case I fail...
Who will help her? Does
See, he just passes straight through them.
Oh, I'll find you.
Where are you?
Brunhilde came to me last night while I was in my studio in the West Wing, finishing the ritual painting of young Lady Emily. She informed me that one of our girls allowed herself to get caught and interrogated at Coldridge Prison. Nevertheless, it seems Daud is oblivious to my plans. Is what you think? Lantern. Those are some vivid colors. more blue though. Falling in the void is not fatal. Oh, good to know. That's actually a sweet painting of Emily in the background. Sweet, sick, whatever. Hey, buddy.
You have many talents, Daud, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well.
Beady-eyed bastard.
I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites, but I will watch this with unusual attention.
He says he doesn't play favorites, but me and Delilah are pretty much his favorites right now.
The void.
And he likes Corvo.
Time to see what you've really got, Delilah.
You never know. Yeah, okay. Just checking to see if I had statuesque on.
Emily Kaldwin, daughter of Jessamine Kaldwin, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you. Sir Conan Lazurite, Viridian Vile. The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician chalk. The same loom that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas. I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp. Emily, you cannot ignore me. My power is too deep, my reach too long. Brush touches paint. Brush touches canvas. Brush
Wanna
touches
get a
void.
good view.
And now I see you, Emily Kaldwin. I breathe your breath.
You
I
should
can
really look at your
feel
painting
what
when you do that spell.
The quiet mornings in the pub. I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep, and the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye touches the mind touches the void. I feel your love for Corvo Attano, and your lost mother, for your caretaker, Callista. I feel your fear in the night, your hunger to learn, to become someone important. My hunger too, my fear. You are becoming mine. We are nearly finished. Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now. Paint flows. Blood flows. Life goes.
Why does she even have a painting
Out
of a tree?
the old, in with the new.
Just wondering.
You've lived in these bones long enough, sweet young girl. Finished. It is complete. I am... What? What's happening? This is all wrong! What am I becoming? Outsider's blood? Is this some trick? Daud!
No, she's not happy to see me. Complete the ritual. Success. Neutralized. Target rescued. Emily. Silence is golden. No kills, no detection. So yeah. Cleanest hands. Didn't get too much coins though. Too many coins. Daud's hideout, so there's still a piece. Whoops. Delilah's threat is ended. You've made your choices, come what may. Everything
no one
is
will
connected.
Ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Kaldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
So this all happened before Corvo was caught by Daud. And then I decided to not kill him because I was doing it
I
passive.
have one more surprise for you. I asked for my life. When I killed your empress and took her daughter, something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing.
Okay, the mask is creepier than I thought it would be.
Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How in these last days you passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Kaldwin, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know. But how does it end for Daud, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.
Do I get to choose as Corvo? Or is it just the game? Because I haven't played this in several years, this DLC. Oh. As long as he doesn't turn around and shoot me. Changed ways. Okay. I only now just thought of this, but then if I had failed with Delilah, then Emily in the High Chaos playthrough that of the original game, that means Delilah is already inside Emily at that point. Because it all happened before Corvo was caught, and true, he gets caught by Daud afterwards. But that would have explained a few things. Okay. Unfortunately, that's all for Brigmore Witches. if I do more Dishonored, it'll be Dishonored 2 first and then Death of the Outsider. But I might do another game first. Something... On one hand I want to say less serious, and on the other hand I'm already doing Kingdom Hearts, so... What do I have? I might do some Assassin's Creed for a little while. Something with no levels. So yeah. But that's it for Dishonored Brigmore Witches and the entire Dishonored Definitive Edition. If you guys like the videos, damn, that's a lot of wind. If you like the videos, leave likes. If you want to see more, subscribe. I highly recommend watching the God of War playthrough. It was a nightmare. It's 1 hour videos, so don't be misguided by the 39 parts. Also had to cut out a lot of struggling, because you didn't get to see the merchant pretty fast enough. So yeah, there were some tough fights in that. I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!